For half a century, his was the voice of summer.
Here it comes to McGuire. Swing! Look at there! Look at there! Look at there! McGuire's number 61.
Not just in St. Louis, but wherever 50,000 watts carried the Cardinals. To Bristow and Bartlesville, Muskogee and McAllister, Tulsa pastor Terry Rush grew up in northeast Missouri listening to Jack Buck bring baseball to life on the radio.
I think that he just had such a heart for ordinary people. He really did. And I think it came through his description of the game.
Terry always dreamed of playing for the Cardinals, but the closest he's come are these springtime fantasy camps, going up against retired big leaguers. It was at such a camp 2 years ago, when after this chapel service Terry held, Jack Buck's wife, Carole, came out of the crowd to tell Terry what an inspiration his message had been. The two struck up a friendship, and after Jack died last year, Carole asked Terry to weave together into a book the thousands of letters the Buck family had received while Jack was hospitalized. Terry took on the challenge, seeing it as part of his ministry. By the time he finished Voice of Silver, Heart of Gold, Terry says it was Jack Buck who ministered to him.
He taught me to open my eyes to people that are all around me, that may be looking like they're doing okay and they're not. He taught me about possibilities. He taught me about the goodness that's in many people that doesn't get written about or proclaimed, but it's there.
This past Saturday, the Buck family's tribute to Cardinal fans is stacked at every Busch Stadium turnstile. The team bought 20,000 copies to hand out, and Terry wanted to be there to see it happen. And as soon as the gates open, Terry Rush is signing autographs at Busch Stadium.
Hey, this is,
is it really?
Overwhelming.
Can I get your autograph?
Hey, yes you can. And thanks for asking for it in front of a crowd. Isn't this fun?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, thanks.
This is fun. Boy, I came to the right gate, didn't I? I came to the lucky gate. I didn't know that I was going to meet you all here. You have a good time today, friend. Hello.
Terry and Carole Buck draw such big crowds, they're eventually taken to the room where Cardinal players sign autographs. And for 2 hours, fans stand in line, clutching their books and their memories of Jack Buck.
You know, there's something missing without Jack.
I just loved him.
Judging by the length of the line that stretches down the concourse here, you guys have really hit a nerve with this.
I think we have. I don't know of a time in all of my years of being a baseball fan that I've ever seen anything done for the fans this big.
There's a stop in the radio booth, Jack Buck's old perch.
The people stood in line, didn't they, to get the books and then to get the autographs, and how fun, what an honor to Jack.
And by the time the game begins, the two are in the front row owner's box, where Carole tells me Terry was her first and only choice to pen her tribute to the fans.
And I wanted them to know that what they did mattered, that they carried Jack, they carried myself. We read those letters in the hospital. It was just like this inpouring of you reap what you sow, and we reaped. And I wanted them to know they made a difference.
And Pastor Rush? He never got to play on this field, never showed up in a box score. But today he's rounded the bases with his words. And that's the winning run he's always dreamed of scoring here.
God lets me be in the right place at the right time. There's no other explanation. I'm just one of the luckiest people I ever met in my life.